Hey there. So happy to spend time with you today. You know, there I am. Hey, I have something real special for you today. It's kind of a two-treater. What do I mean by two-treat? This is going to be East meets West. Yeah, about how two people started golf, why they still play today, and giving, of course, all of you a tip to the average golfer or a beginner golfer from their eyes. One is a buddy of mine. You saw him in Uneven Fairways with his son, Lacy Willis, my buddy. We grew up together, went to school together, and something so unique and special is that when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, I was chasing footballs and baseball and basketball, and my dad played golf, but he never asked any of us boys if we would wanted to try it. But he did ask somebody I knew. He asked Lacy, and Lacy went with him. At 16, they had this secret connection. My pop, my buddy. And yet, here we are today. Even though Pops is gone, I still get to play with my buddy, and I had a chance to interview him today. So, you'll see him and another young gentleman, well, not so young, but what inspired him to start playing golf in this episode. So I want you to know, as I told Alex Phillips in her interview, some ways I'm a little bit like Tiger, I guess, when I won my first 10 championships. And to get to that 10 number, the next brick for me was to get to the 20 number. As Tiger would say, it's like getting into another decade. I understand that, so I did. I got 20, right? Well, this is going to be my 20th episode of bringing this information to you. Hopefully you're enjoying listening to older golfers, just amateur golfers, and then a little tip along the way to kind of help you with your game as best I can from what I've learned through the years. Okay, so let's sit back and enjoy this 20th milestone episode from the B-Man to you. Hi, I'm M. Bernard, better known as the B-Man, and I have been playing golf for over 3.5 decades. I've learned a few tips and techniques along the way that I'd like to share with you. But first, let me ask you a question. If there were a way for you to no longer feel so frustrated at the end of your round so when you got home you want to hang your clubs up, would you want to know how? If there was a way for your scorecard, which I know looks a lot like this, woo, could look a lot more like that, would you want to know how? If there was a way for you to totally understand and key into the lesson you just took with total understanding, would you want to know how? Well then great, because what I have for you are 8 solid techniques that you can practice in your backyard for just 30 minutes a day. That's all, just 30 minutes a day. Just like your favorite athletes do. Oh, on their own, they're great, they're fabulous. But they know without practicing your technique, the greatness doesn't last. So, it doesn't matter if it's baseball, if it's football, and even basketball, and oh yes, even golf. Without practicing your technique, it won't last. So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, intermediate player, even an advanced player. Without practicing your technique, it won't last. There's not enough gimmicks out there for you to purchase to fix your golf game. You have to practice your technique. I want you to just listen and do. Hello golf fans, B-Man again. That is bmangolftti. I'm here before we tee off with Joe Neiman. Joe, how are you?
Great. Good deal, man. I'm going to go easy on you and give you the same questions everybody gets.
All right.
What age did Joe start playing golf? How old were you?
Around 50.
Really? So you haven't been playing that long?
No.
All right. And what benefit does golf give you?
Oh, getting outside, enjoying the sun, exercising.
Stuff like that?
Social.
All right.
Very good.
And the reason you keep playing today would be?
The same thing, meeting great people, being outside, enjoying nature.
All right. Now, if Joe had to give a tip to a beginner golfer or intermediate type golfer, what tip would Joe give?
Do not get frustrated. Golf is a game you'll never master. Just go out and have fun.
That is Joe Neiman. Joe, thank you for being on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You got it. Good afternoon, golf fans. B-Man here. That's right, B-Man Golf TTI. I'm sitting here with a lifelong friend who, just like the rest of us, struggles in this game. Lacy Willis. Lacy, how are you, my buddy?
Oh, I'm fine, my brother.
You still playing golf these days, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I love it. We kind of sitting down here with this coronavirus, but hey, brother, God bless, we'll be back out real soon.
There you go. I want the listeners to hear your answer to this question, and then we're going to elaborate on it just a little bit so they know. How old was Lacy Willis when he first started playing golf?
16 years old, and I was brought in by some older guys that was teaching me the game. As a matter of fact, one of the older guys was my best buddy here, B-Man Dad. So he got me out there.
That has always bothered me. Why did my father pick you up to learn golf, and he never mentioned golf to us?
It was just meant to be, brother. That's why we hooked up, and we are good friends now. It was meant to be.
That man, my dad, I tell you, he never told us. There's 3 boys. He never told one of us about come play golf with me.
No.
I know I was a knucklehead. I couldn't put the basketball, the baseball, the football down. I had to just play everything, but golf.
Right.
So.
But golf. Yeah.
So you've got a lot of years. A lot of years, my man.
Yes.
All right.
Can't get enough of it, brother.
Well, what has golf meant to you all these years, my man?
Actually, it meant quite a bit to me. It's good to get out and and hang out with your friends and loved ones when the kids, grandkids. We get out and hit balls on the driving range and get out and play with some friends, and it's relaxing. I remember times that I went through some very low times, and getting out and playing golf, which took all the frustration and just put my mind on playing golf other than, negative things. So golf has meant a lot.
There you go.
Years, yes.
Now, a lot of our listeners don't know, but Lacy flew out from California to Florida in 2012 to caddy for me on the last tournament that I was playing in the amateur tour. Can you believe that? You remember that time?
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. You took me around town and showed me some of the beautiful golf courses that you played. And to caddy for you, that was awesome. I had a great time out there with you, yes. It was beautiful.
And Miss Rose took care of you?
Oh, man, she's the best. You're a lucky man. She gave me top billing. I enjoyed every moment of it. But she has cooked me a big old steak. Oh, man, with gravy. She's an awesome cook. Beautiful lady.
Well, I had a lot of fun with you too, my man. I mean, we are so fortunate and so lucky in our old age that we're able to do stuff like that. When you look back over your career. If you need to give a golfer a tip, a beginner golfer, intermediate type of golfer, what tip would Lacy give?
Let's see. Tip I would say, never give up. Even if you're having a bad day and you think, you want to give up the game, it's always another day where you'll get the game and play it better. So it's never an ending learning game. You never give up on the game. And you can continue it, you'll get better and better. So never give up.
Never give up. I like it. I like it. So when you play it out. No matter if you're having a good day or a bad day, you just finish your 18 holes. You don't give up.
I never give up, even if I'm having a bad day. I know that the next game could be the best game I could be able to play. So I have done that. I played a really bad game, and maybe 2 or 3 days later, I have a really good game. So it keeps bringing you back.
Well, there you go.
That's for sure.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, that is my lifelong buddy. That is Mr. Lacy Willis. We pawn each other off as brothers and from another mother,
Yes.
but we still going to be brothers
Yes.
no matter what. And we've got so many other friends between us that we always play with as well. And Lacy's keeping them in check in California until I get back out there. Sound good?
Sounds awesome, brother.
All right, Lacy. I appreciate you being on the show today.
Yes, it's likewise awesome sharing my thoughts and things about golf. Thank you for the interview, brother.
You got it, my man. Peace out.
Peace out.
All right, how was that? Informative? I should hope so. Listen, keep sending in your comments. Keep emailing. I love it. You're showing a real interest, and I guess some of this must be right. You keep coming back. But I just want to help. And, during these times we're, in our COVID environment, and you really have to watch yourself. And this is no joke, folks. This is no joke. So even if you think you're healthy, even if you think your immune system's up, you have to stay your distance. You have to do that 6 feet thing, and try not to go visit people. Leave the family alone until they come up with a cure for us. All right? Okay, so I have your word. You're going to watch it. You're going to stay 6 feet. All right. Mask. You go outside, just like I do. I wear my mask. We go outside. Bet you thought I forgot. Like B-Man always says, pot him like he own him, and rock the baby.